Alright, here we go. Big Raw tonight, man. Good God, they did it all tonight. They really jammed it packed. Maybe I should change what I said in that last video about people not really having to care about those Raws after the pay-per-view. I guess it's still going to be, pushing them in the next direction to the next pay-per-view. It just doesn't seem like, you have to, I just don't see people sitting on the couch waiting until, to see who the champion is if they didn't get the pay-per-view. But definitely awesome that WWE gives us all the pay-per-views on the WWE Network. Only $10. I think I've said that about 1,000,000 times in all of my videos. But still, one of the best things that the WWE can give us, and still like to say thank you to them all the time. Tonight, we saw the return of AJ Lee to go along with the return of The Miz and Chris Jericho. Paige came down saying that she was celebrating her 3-month anniversary in the WWE. She came in after WrestleMania. She did the surprise defeat of AJ Lee, winning the Divas Championship on Monday Night Raw in her debut, coming over from NXT. She came over with a good amount of fanfare. I think a good amount of people knew who she was, seeing her wrestle at Access, seeing her wrestle on NXT. A lot of people with the WWE Network, even before then, people were watching it on Hulu, and were really loving, seeing her wrestle. She is definitely moving the Divas division in a new direction, of chicks that can actually work after, having to sit through the last year of just the Divas division basically being built around AJ Lee, one wrestler, and a whole bunch of fake plastic divas that appear on Total Divas that, need to get pushed in matches for the fact that they're trying to get people to go over and to E and watch their show and make it a big hit. But basically, AJ came down and interrupted Paige. Paige, basically made a double turn, basically, where she was, rubbing in AJ Lee's face that she beat her, and that, she was the new direction, that the Divas direction was going. AJ Lee asked for her, I guess you can say rematch, even though it's been after so long, but I guess the Daniel Bryan run, was going so long before they actually stripped him, all previous rules are thrown out the window about the 30-day rule, and AJ was able to talk Paige into a rematch using the crowd as basically, everything that talked Paige into it, after Paige basically turned down the match at first, and then it was go time. The ref jumped into the ring. They rang the bell. Paige dominated early straight to the match. You can say that she wrestled in a fashion that we've never seen her wrestle before. It's kind of surprising to me, as being the Divas champion 3 months into her run. We never saw her work as a heel in NXT that I know, and then all of a sudden we're turning her heel. You would think that in NXT, being developmental and it doesn't really count on your record, you would think that WWE would be, letting these people do everything and anything. They've talked about turning Sami Zayn heel for the fact that we've never really seen him on a large scale do that before, and you never know if it's going to work and be the biggest thing that's ever happened. And if it doesn't really happen, it's only NXT, and you just basically act like it never happened, push him out there, make the fans cheer for him, ole, 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 and off she wrote. But basically, Paige was throwing she was throwing headbutts at her, and she was yelling at her and taunting her. You can see the heel turn is coming. I can understand why they did it. Maybe, they put the title on her too soon, and just, it didn't really click with people. As many people watch her on NXT, there's that many people who don't watch her because they don't watch NXT. They didn't really know who she was and didn't really know how to get behind her, because after all, they've been pushing the Total Divas as the most important thing to the Divas division, and she's not on that show, so we don't know who it is. If anybody should be coming in and winning it should be Eva Marie, or I guess you can say JoJo, but she ain't on the show no more, so forget her. But, those are the future of the Divas division, because they're on the show, so, where does she really come from? Basically, she was, Paige was taunting AJ, saying, "This is my house now," and, AJ Lee was able to kick her in the head, stun her, and one thing led to another, and she got the win. AJ Lee was able to grab her championship, hug it. She got the cheers from the crowd, who thought it was one of the biggest moments of all time. Honestly, in my opinion, put the championship on Paige, and then to take it away and have AJ get it back after having it for so long and not having AJ really on the chase after getting back. I think this is something that WWE might look back in the future and think that they might have done the wrong deal here. Honestly, in my mind, this should have been a disqualification. Paige should have kept the championship until Battleground. Made Battleground as the rematch is sort of like a must-see thing. AJ has a lot of fans as a heel, as a babyface. I don't think it really matters to her. To me, going back to on NXT, I was always on Caitlyn's team. I always thought Caitlyn was way hotter, but AJ, she just garners this huge amount of fans, and to me, she's a good wrestler. She's not the best diva on the roster that I want to check out, but that's just me, and that's why there's divas in every shape and size and everything like that for everybody out there. Some of my favorite divas were like Beth Phoenix and the Glamazon. Wowish. But I almost got lost there for a minute. But AJ's your champ. More than likely at Battleground we will get a rematch, and it is going to be AJ going up against Paige, and we'll see what is in the future for Paige as she moves into this new direction of just being that bullyish, I'm gonna whoop your ass kind of heel. Peace out.